tripod, so it's up a little higher. It's better to come down than up. But that'll work.
That one works? Okay. Oh,
You need to get TV lights in there.
Maybe you guys should actually get something in here.
Well, we provided the radio studio.
How about golden microphones?
Oh, you got a can of spray paint?
Yeah.
That's only like, it's not that expensive. I mean, it's $800 for that microphone that he uses that's gold, but it's not that expensive.
It looks cool.
You could spend
All right.
$1,000 on a mic easy.
We're ready.
The ones I like are $1,000 each, but we don't have them.
Getting cheap.
Getting cheap.
Yeah, getting cheap.
Getting cheap.
Heck, they got us all
All right.
those heel mics. That's what they use in Glendale too now. Are you ready? Oh, you're not going to use that camera?
They're all going.
I see. It's pointing on him. You need a third camera.
For you?
No, 3 camera. That's what they do in TV. 3 cameras. They have one full shot of both people, one on each person. Anyway,
That's one you guys
That
can
was
come
the
up with.
Lucy complex. They created a 3 camera thing. All right, here we go.
Good. Bad. I'm the guy with the gun.
Hello, folks. Welcome to another edition of Firing Line Radio Show. This is the last show before your election day. So in case you haven't figured it out yet, you need to get out there and vote. You need everybody you know to vote. You need to have, I don't know, if you can find any extra mail-in ballots laying around, you need to send those in too, because this is going to be a fight for our life here in Southern California, in all of California. And one of the things we're looking at is the governor. Now, interesting thing with John Cox and Travis Allen duked it out really good in the primary, and I don't think I've seen John Cox around since then. But this guy, he has got to be our elected official because Gavin Newsom is the other choice. And Gavin Newsom is death to the Second Amendment. Plus, he just brings all kinds of baggage you don't really want to deal with. But the death to the Second Amendment should be cause enough to get everybody you know out there voting on Tuesday. Make sure that we shut them down and support a little bit of liberty. Joining me on the show, I have Chad Carlson. Chad Carlson's the owner of Prado Olympic Shooting Park, and if you are listening to the show, you realize this isn't my normal voice.
How you doing, Phil?
I'm doing fine. I'm trying to be like Stan Campbell and do a very wide interpretation, but I still come out too squeaky. It just doesn't work. Chad is the owner of Prado Olympic Shooting Park. Chad, let me ask you this question. We've got a Senate race coming up. Unfortunately, with the top 2 situation that Californians voted for, there are no good choices.
No.
You have Ghost Gun De Leon or Nana Needs a Nap Feinstein. Both of them are rabid anti-gunners. So this is my take on it. The only choice, chance, not even a choice, the only chance I think we have is if Cox is elected as governor,
Yep.
Nana gets elected as senator, and then Nana needs a nap and has to retire, and we can actually appoint a normal person to represent California for the first time in 30 years. What do you think of that?
Hey, I'm on board. For sure, I think it's our only choice in the deal.
Can you imagine actually voting for Feinstein? It's like, it's against every fiber in my being, except the other vote is for De Leon.
Even worse.
Exactly.
Even worse.
It's like one step lower in the J-trap of the commode is where this guy resides. Feinstein's in the commode.
It's a good analogy.
He's one step lower in the J-trap.
Yep.
It's just disgusting that we have such a limited choice for our elected officials. And the other one is Kamala Harris. God help us. So we can't send De Leon and Harris to the Senate.
No.
And plus, he's so much younger, he might be there even longer.
And didn't he co-author most of the new gun legislation that's been kicked out?
Absolutely. He's been in charge of that. He supports La Raza, nice racist organization.
Yep.
So, yeah, he's got to go. They both have to go, but I think the only chance we have of having them go is if Cox is governor, Nana needs a nap, gets retired, and a normal person gets appointed.
Right.
Good luck, right?
Which, let's Keep our fingers crossed.
I got some lottery numbers on my plate, too. Okay, well, so again, just driving it home, folks, the important thing is we have to get out there and vote. Everybody has to vote. Vote early, vote often if you're a conservative. If you are a progressive, socialist, liberal, they moved your voting date to November 10th. So remember that, write that down. November 10th is when you guys vote, if you're a Democrat or socialist.
You're going to have to move the date, Phil. That's Marine Corps birthday. So we'll kick it down a week. 17th? Yeah,
the 17th?
Yeah, there we
fine.
go.
Okay. Marine Corps birthday. Do you know something about that, Chad?
Yes, I do. Yep. I was in the Marine Corps, and the Marine Corps birthday is November 10th, and we're actually hosting a great event.
How many years old?
Yeah, you got me now. I'll have every old Marine, What do you mean you didn't know? But it's from 1776, so let's do the math.
Well, you'll have to do the math. I'm off today. But November 10th.
Yeah, we're having a special event at the range. It's Shoot for the Troops. It's a benefit for the Bob Hope USO in Ontario. Everything that we're doing for this it's all going to that wonderful organization. You've
been supporting them for several years now.
Yes, and the USO is what Proud Olympic Shooting Park we hang our hat on as far as our, we have a lot of charities, but this is our main one. This one's close to home for me. The USO did a lot, and I saw firsthand how much they've done during my deployments, coming back home, my whole military career. So I really stand by them. Their people are wonderful, 100% volunteers. These people are just a cut above the rest. They volunteer their time, effort. Troops fly into Ontario to the USO if they're passing. If any of the listeners haven't been there, I encourage you to go check it out. It's a wonderful, wonderful place for the troops as they're in their travels, stopping in. They have sleep rooms. But you got volunteers that are barbecuing for units coming in and out, family rooms. It's just, it's unbelievable. The people that DJ, the head gal there at the USO for Ontario, they're just unbelievable. They run a heck of an operation.
And do they get government funds? It's all private funded.
It's all volunteer and all private. So
this is a good fundraiser for them. It's a way to be involved. And again, thank you for your service. You were in the Marine Corps for how many years?
9.
I heard you never get out. So that's two things you said wrong today.
Once a Marine, always a Marine.
Yeah, you never get out. You got another birthday. Got to know how old you are.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Well, I didn't know it was going to be a trivia show.
my show is only trivia.
But yeah, it's a great organization. I mean, the USO is worldwide. They do things all over for the troops, but we kind of hang our hat. It's local. The Bob Hope USO in Ontario does a lot locally here, and we love supporting them.
And that's going to be on November 10th, Saturday, 10th. A week from today.
Yes.
Starting at 9 a.m.
Yes.
And it's an event, too. It's not just come on out for the raffle, but we want you to come on out for the raffle.
Yeah, we're going to be doing some shooting. We're going to do 50 sporting clays targets. We're going to have some side events. So there are some good prizes if any of the listeners want to take part in the shoot. We're also having the dinner and auction, raffle items, going down the line to raise money for these folks. And any of the listeners that want to come out and donate to the prize table or their auction items, we're more than welcome to have you.
You do have a couple of really good gifts on there. Matter of fact, I saw that CCW Safe, right? Stan Campbell, CCW Safe. They donated a couple of years worth of coverage.
For sure. Yeah, it's unbelievable the responses we've had from not only our vendors but our customers at the range and customers of the radio station and supporters here. It's been unbelievable to see, what people have done. We hosted the California SWAT Championships 2 weeks ago, and Aardvark Tactical, they stepped up. I mean, they stepped up big time for us, made a heck of a monetary donation. So to see these folks come out of the woodwork and donate and, stand up and take part in what we're doing, it means a lot.
SWAT Championships.
Yes.
Where did they hold that?
They held it at the range, Proud Olympic Shooting Park.
Whereabouts?
It was at the pistol range. They had, it's something to behold. They had the full obstacle course running, 8 different shooting stages. But Aardvark Tactical hosts that every year at our facility to get into the details of it. And, those are questions for them. But we host it. They've been a great customer of ours through the years. And I just wanted to give them a shout out, John over and Lisa over at Aardvark for their monetary donation. It meant a lot. And it's going to mean a lot to the folks at the USO.
That's fantastic. I like watching some of those competitions. You do 100 burpees, now shoot.
They had an obstacle course that probably went a half mile.
Good.
And I found I was sitting in the side by side watching these warriors suffer. So it was
drinking a mint julep.
No, the shooting was fantastic. The stages and stage design was fantastic to see. They run a top notch shoot, and Lisa, the brains behind the operation, she is like a machine as far as the it's fun to watch a well-organized event, and they do a wonderful job.
It is not fun to be involved in a non-well-organized event.
But to see the organization in it and the way that they can, we had teams from up north all the way down to San Diego, so they had good participation, and the stages, it was really neat.
Fantastic. Folks, this is Philip Naiman. I'm inviting you out November 10th, a week from today, starting at 9 a.m. with the national anthem sung by Mary Naiman, and nobody will be on their knees. I will make sure of that. We'll be out there 9 o'clock a.m. next Saturday, checking it out, November 10th, Prado Olympic Shooting Park. You're going to be there. Bring some extra cash so you can support the U.S. So actually, bring a lot of cash. This is going to be an event that needs your support because we're supporting some great people. So bring a lot of cash and credit cards and Bitcoin. We'll even take those. Philip Naiman, Firing Line Radio Show. We'll be right back after this.
I should have probably mentioned too,